Hall going against a relaxed, loosened up, somewhat veteran Scott Devers. Tremendous advantage to Devers. Let's see how Hall can perform. It is really tough, Chris. There is no way in the world a young player can ever practice for this type of situation.
All right, here's that non-winner. He is 25 years old, 6'3", 195. Never worse than 17th throughout the El Paso Open. And that first television career shot. Here it is. I hope it's a good one for his sake. John, that relieves some pressure, doesn't it?
It sure does, Coach. I know he was really nervous. That really takes the pressure off him getting that first one out of the way.
Now Devers is John, who is involved in our bowling tip of the week later on in the telecast, has a tip for left-handers, is a proponent of that down and in shot for lefties. His man won the first game.
And his man evens up the match. This is our second game. If you just joined us, the winner of the first game was Scott Devers, at whom you're looking by a score of 236 to 179. 7 strikes along the way. At one point he had a 4-bagger. The winner of this game, to sort of set you up, David Traber, and then our tournament leader, Joe Salvemini. Big crowd here at Bowl El Paso.
Yes.
Oh, that was Petraglia smooth.
Well, John, you always lofted the ball well out in the lane, but we've noticed with synthetic lanes that rolling the ball smoothly down at the foul line seems to work best. What do you think of Devers' shot on that particular roll?
Well, Bo, right now I think Devers is in great shape. He's figured out a terrific angle to the pocket that's making him carry much better than, say, Stayrook did the first game, and that can be the deciding factor on this pair.
Oh, what a lovely break. First breaking up the 7, 10, and then finally the 10. All right, still even after 2 frames.
A power shot by Billy Hall. He has a nice smooth delivery, 5 steps, everything in really good position. Shoulders square, swing inside out, tremendous lift on the ball, and a good extension and follow through. He's really holding his form, Johnny Petraglia, under the pressure, and he just rips the rack.
Well, he's a great young talent, Bo. This is only his 13th event nationally in the PBA, and he's on TV. That's a terrific start in the career.
And right now he's waiting for his bowling ball to return. We have 40 lanes here at Bowl El Paso, but apparently lanes 29 and 30 do not want to return the ball. Now watch the action of the head pin. That's the key pin in this shot. This is Billy Hall's second frame. Goes to the left sideboard, drives out the 7, then kisses out the 10. Tremendous lift and power, and he stays even with Scott Devers through 2 frames.
Billy Hall, his best finish prior to this week was 28th in North Olmsted, Ohio, at the Budweiser Open.
Good solid shot by Billy Hall, and if one thing I noticed during the week that Billy struggled with was not so much his demeanor on the lane or his self-confidence, but was his spare shooting. He's a little bit wild on spares, and under the pressure right here, let's see how he does on the 10 pin.
Money here today, 20,000 of the winner, 10-5 for runner-up, 7,000 for third. Loser of this game will get 5. Jess Stayrook won 4,500 in the first game, which he lost.
Johnny Petraglia, when I asked Scott Devers what he thinks about when he bowls, he says, I just bowl the pins, not my opponent. Are you a proponent of that type of style on television?
When I'm on TV, Bo, I always try to eliminate the person that I was bowling. I think that beating yourself is the one way to lose, and if you just bowl your game, the breaks will even out.
Second point here is we see Devers leaving the 3-5-9, a difficult spare for a lefty for sure, as the overhead shows you him lighting the ball just a little bit wide, not getting hardly any hook at the back end. John, he's such a good spare shooter. Do you think that's just because he throws that straight ball?
I think that anybody that doesn't throw a very powerful ball becomes a very good spare bowler over the years, because they realize that will have to be the strong point of their game.
And we showed him how to miss that one, right, Chris?
And we sure did. We sure did, guys.
Devers, as I had said earlier, when I interviewed him for the, as you see him chopping the 3-9 off the 5, interviewed him for the finals of the Budweiser Open in Sunrise, Florida, said he had only missed 3 spares in 42 games, and that's absolutely magnificent considering the players bowl over 4 days. They're crossing pairs across the bowling center all day long, and that's really great shooting. Tough break there in the 3rd.
Okay, we're nearing the halfway point of our 2nd game. 14 pins separating Billy Hall and Scott Deaver. Hall the leader. Quality Inn Big Invitational, Edmond, Oklahoma next week. We're in El Paso today, and you're looking at Billy Hall of Marion, Ohio, non-winner, who at this point is leading Scott Devers, who won the first game by 14 pins. He has a spare up in the 3rd, shooting in the 4th, right lane. High hit, leaving the 6-10. A little warm in the house today, Johnny.
Yes, it is a little warm, and Billy unfortunately had that mistake first time on TV out of the commercial. You get a little bit soft.
Did you prefer, Johnny, just to bowl as rapidly as you could within reason?
Yes, it was a better feel and didn't give you a chance to think and get nervous.
All right. Okay, earlier we asked Billy Hall how he developed his bowling game.
Chris?
Well, I started at age 12 in the junior program, worked up to the men's league and then into the regional program. This is my 12th national tournament in a row, and my dad started me into bowling, so he's been a big influence on my game, and looking forward to having some fun today.
Okay, voice of Billy Hall. He loved that strike in the 5th frame as we go to Nelson Burton.
And here's a man who is making his first championship round appearance. Dave Traber, a little bit apprehensive going out there?
No, I'm not. I feel comfortable. I bowled a couple of TVs back home and in the regionals, and I'm ready.
Well, he's got a great attitude, Chris.